recruitment process and selection of personnel. We made this video in order to publicize the process of recruitment and selection of personnel, as well as publicize different documents that are used during the process. First, let's define the concepts. What is recruitment? It is an activity whose immediate objective is to attract candidates so that the future members of the organization can be chosen from them. What is selection? It is the process of choosing the ideal candidate. To start with the recruitment process, we must ask ourselves the following questions. Do we need staff? If so, we use a personal requisition. A personal requisition is an internal application document which the person responsible for some functional areas extends to the Human Resources Department or the Recruitment Department. The request contains company logo, date and requirement no, job title, identification of activities, department requesting, type of vacancy, permanent, temporary, full-time, part-time, program, years, sex, civil status, minimum schooling, schooling requirement, experience requirement, other features, specific skills, salary, reason for replacement, resignation, recess, removal, promotion, new creation, plaza. What he replaced, that must be contract before authorization signature. Type of requirement, internal. This type of requirement is subdivided into ascent, mobility with promotion, external. It is when you are looking for personnel what the company misted. Go to personnel selection process, we must review the professional information cards that we have. A professional sheet is a document that shows the characteristics that each position of the company must have. Based on this form, the company can establish, among other things, the most appropriate selection techniques that should be sought in the candidate. The count of professional sheet is following: positions, section, description of the cargo, work terms, studies, professional experience, working conditions, human relations, type of activity, psychological characteristics, physical characteristics, test to which you must submit. Let's not forget the curriculum vitae. The CV is the main presentation tool that differs professionally. It is a clear and concise expression of your personal data, training, professional experience, and added values adapt the position you request. A curriculum vitae contains name or individual, photo, contact information, professional studies, academic history, experience, values. Staff pick. What are the selection techniques? The selection techniques are grouped into 5 categories. Interview, knowledge test, psychometric test, personality test, simulation techniques. They allow tracing the personal characteristics of the candidate through sample of their behavior. The selection interview is the most used technique. It is a process of communication between two or more people who interact, and one of the people is interested in knowing better about the other. The interview can be classified according to the format of the question and the required answer in 5 classes. Fully standardized interview. Standard interview only on the questions. Directed interview. Unmanaged interview. Fully standardized interview. It is the type of interview planned and organized to obtain definite answers. Standardized interview only in the questions. Allow open answer in previously prepared questions. Directed interview. The question at the discretion of the interview. It is uploaded to no personal concepts. Major interview. It is totally free. It is called informal or non-structured exploratory interview. It does not specify the question or the answers. Knowledge test. Knowledge tests or skills are instruments to actively evaluate the knowledge and skills acquired through study, practice, or exercise. These tests are classified as follows. Application form, oral test, read test, realization test, within reach, general test, specific test, the organization, traditional test, feedback test. These tests are subdivided. Example alternate, multiple choice, fill space, ordination or mating, scale of concordance or discordance. What are they and what do they do? To serve to analyze the different personality traits. They determine the personality either by character or by temperament, also called psychodiagnostic. Personality trait is a characteristic that distinguishes you from others. The personality tests are divided into project test, test of the human figure, Coach tree test, Rorschach test, test of the 16 personality factors, body expression test, PMK, psychodiagnostic of Miro and Lopez.